Liquid News, live with Christopher Price.
Good evening, these are tonight's headlining stories. The Rocket Man in cyberspace. Sir Elton stages a global online first. Once, twice, three times a lady lizard. The latest Jurassic Park premieres in LA. And flight of DJ fancy. Sister Bliss goes weightless over Moscow. Hello, good evening. Hope you're happy. My name is Christopher Price, and I've got my finger on Sir Elton John's button, because tonight the little man with a big wig is performing the first ever global pay-per-view concert on the web. Tickets to view cost £7 or £10 depending on the connection speed you desire, but it's watching Sir Elton jerking all over your computer screen true nighttime relief. For Liquid News, Steph West reports on whether this Rocket Man project will ever really take off.
People are paying between £7 and £10 to watch this. If they've got a big fat broadband connection, as 1 million people here in the UK have, the picture will be TV quality, the sound equal to a CD. But to loosely quote Russ Abbott, most people want the happy atmosphere.
The concert's only a couple of hours away and I'm right up the front, but I'm also the only person here and my mouse keeps sticking.
It's odds on that Elton's full splendour will not be fully captured on a computer screen, nor the grandeur of the venue. The Ephesus amphitheatre is steeped in history. Legend has it one of the apostles preached here, although it is now a favoured venue for Turkey's camel wrestling competitions.
Someone helped Denon. He's upstairs wrestling with Elton John.
I think replicating the gig, the concert atmosphere online is really, really tricky. Watching it on a computer screen isn't the best way to kind of appreciate a concert like this. The screen's small, for example. The sound quality is not really going to be up to scratch either, even if you've got the most huge speakers going.
More than 8 million watched Madge's global webcast, but that was free. Pay-per-view is a risky business on any medium. Ask David Hasselhoff. He lost a lot of money when no one tuned into his pay-TV concert on the same night OJ decided to flee the LAPD, which the American people found much more entertaining. But this is an experiment and Elton is guaranteed £1 million fee, and if it succeeds, more internet concerts will follow. Stephanie West, BBC News.
And that concert going on right now. Our entertainment news commentator tonight is Radio 1's Showbiz Duchess, Miss Briggy Smale. How are you doing?
Thank you very much.
That's a new one for you, isn't it? But joining us for tonight's top story is Chris Frampton, who's the boss of MediaWave, for basically the people who are doing kind of all the wiring, all the technology behind these gigs. You did the Madonna one, didn't you?
Yeah. And
you're doing tonight's one at the Met. Why aren't you there?
Well, we took the professional view that I should be here. So,
I think that's a good choice.
Being the boss, sometimes you have to take the bum rap.
I know you're on the technology side, but obviously, the whole success of the event is very important to MediaWave. Can you tell us at the moment how it's kind of going in terms of ticket sales? How well do you think you've done for tonight?
Oh, really well. I mean, this has never been about how many tickets we actually sell. This is about proving the technology, proving that we can do this kind of an event, and really just trying to, it's a wake-up call for the telecoms industry and for the audiences that are out there to say this sort of stuff is coming.
So even if you lost money on Elton John tonight, it wouldn't worry you?
Yeah, I think we've put it together so that it's going to be very difficult for us to lose money on it, yeah.
How much does this kind of event in a place like Turkey cost you, actually?
Wow, I mean, it's amazing thing is that it's all full-blown broadcast production, so it's the same sort of cost that it would be to put together any kind of an event like the Olympics or any other concert. So a colossal amount of money. You're looking at hundreds of thousands of pounds.
So you got 10 million people for Madonna, didn't you? Which was amazing, the Brixton Academy gig, and that was a free event, wasn't it? So it was free to download. How many people do you think you will have got for Sir Elton John tonight?
It's going to be difficult. I mean, the interesting thing, can't give you numbers because I mean I've been stuck in boxes all day.
But trust me, I know that you would have sat down on your computer.
We want to get as many people as we can. There's an awful lot of people logging on at the moment, but it's a 7-day event, and this is a great thing about it. So in 7 days' time, we'll know how many people watched it. But because it's a first, we really don't know. I mean, we know there's a huge audience out there, and there's a lot of people keen to get it.
So 73 million people in the States with broadband.
78 in the States, 5 million in the UK that do have broadband capability, so the potential audience is colossal.
Briggy, do you think there's still a cultural kind of hurdle to overcome, that perhaps we don't want to watch concerts on our computers or kind of download events onto television and that kind of stuff.
Well, from my point of view, I mean, there's that interaction anyway when you're watching somebody, you know, actually there in a gig. You want that sort of audience participation type thing. I mean, how big is your computer screen? Look at yours. Do you know what I mean? And got a small one there, Christopher.
Yes.
But
it does get bigger if you press the right button.
Oh, baby. Okay. But yeah, I think I admire what they're doing in terms of the technology. I don't think that Elton's going to be such a big crowd puller.
So just very briefly, Chris, do you think there's going to be a massive cultural change over what time period that we will just be very used to just putting our credit card in and downloading these free entertainment and showbiz events?
I think people are increasingly ready to do that now. People know that it's safer because you're not handing your card over to anyone, it's all done electronically. And the technology is not just on computers, it can be handheld devices, it can be tellies, and we know there's a lot of people projecting it on big screens, so it's good stuff.
Okay, Chris, thank you very much for coming in.
Very welcome.
Is Elton jerking about? You can see it all week.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I would. Up next, justice for Charlie Chaplin after his